Did you know that nearly 22% of India's population lives below the national poverty line, and every fourth person in India is poor? You must be wondering why India, which is so rich in culture and diversity, faces poverty. Let's unravel the reasons behind this. In this video we will cover some important topics of chapter, Poverty as a Challenge, which are vulnerable groups, interstate disparities, global poverty scenario, causes of poverty, anti-poverty measures and the challenges ahead. We can begin by discussing the vulnerable groups. Vulnerable groups are those people or communities who are at a greater risk of facing challenges or difficulties due to their specific situation, background, or characteristics. For example, adults who can't earn enough money for their household due to disabilities, illness, age, or other reasons. It also includes groups that don't have enough resources to earn sufficient income from any available source. Poverty affects different social groups and economic categories differently in India. The scheduled caste and scheduled tribe households are the most vulnerable to poverty, followed by rural agricultural labor households and urban casual labor households. For instance, out of 100 scheduled tribe people, 43 are unable to fulfill their basic needs. Similarly, 34% of casual workers in urban areas are below the poverty line. Studies show that poverty has declined in all these groups, except for scheduled tribe households. Within poor families, there is also inequality in income distribution, with some members, such as women, elderly people, and female infants, having limited access to resources. Let us make it more clear with the story of Sivrama. Sivrama is a cobbler by caste from a small village near Karur, Tamil Nadu, who works as an agricultural laborer and does odd jobs in town. His wife Sasikala also works, but they both struggle to make ends meet for their family of 8, which includes their 4 children, an unmarried sister, and an aging, widowed mother. The family faces financial hardships, and the girls do not attend school as they cannot afford it. Sivrama plans to send his son to school eventually. What can we conclude with this story? Sivrama's family faces significant financial challenges and gender inequality issues. The girls in the family are denied education, and the female members face difficulties in their relationships and roles within the family. Now that we've grasped the concept of vulnerable groups, we will move to the topic interstate disparities. Poverty in India varies significantly across different states, with some having higher proportions of poor people than others. While there has been a general decline in poverty levels since the 1970s, states like Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Orissa still have poverty rates above the national average. Interestingly, Bihar and Orissa remain the poorest states, with poverty rates of 33.7% and 32.6% respectively. In contrast, states like Punjab, Haryana, Kerala, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, and West Bengal have experienced substantial declines in poverty levels. Factors contributing to these reductions include high agricultural growth rates in Punjab and Haryana, human resource development in Kerala, land reform measures in West Bengal, and public distribution of food grains in Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. With the understanding of the differences in poverty levels between Indian states, we can now delve into the subject of global poverty scenario. The World Bank defines extreme poverty as living on less than $1.90 per day. The proportion of people in extreme poverty worldwide fell from 36% in 1990 to 10% in 2015. Poverty has decreased in China and Southeast Asia due to economic growth and investments in human resources. In South Asian countries, poverty decreased from 34% in 2005 to 15.2% in 2014. Poverty also declined in sub-Saharan Africa and Latin America. However, poverty resurfaced in some former socialist countries like Russia. The United Nations has set a goal of ending all types of poverty by 2030. We have discussed so much about poverty, but what exactly are the causes of poverty? Poverty in India has many causes, including the low level of economic development under British colonial rule, which ruined traditional handicrafts and discouraged development of industries like textiles. The failure to promote economic growth and control population growth perpetuated the cycle of poverty. The growth rate of per capita income was very low, and the failure to provide enough job opportunities resulted in people working as rickshaw pullers, vendors, construction workers and domestic servants. With irregular small incomes, people couldn't afford expensive housing, and many started living in slums on the outskirts of cities. Huge income inequalities have also been a major reason for high poverty rates in India. One of the major reasons for this is the unequal distribution of land and other resources. Despite many policies, we have not been able to tackle the issue in a meaningful manner. Socioeconomic and cultural factors also contribute to poverty. For example, people in India, including the very poor, spend a lot of money on social obligations and religious ceremonies. Small farmers need money to buy agricultural inputs like seeds, fertilizer and pesticide. Since poor people hardly have any savings, they borrow and become victims of indebtedness. The high level of indebtedness is both the cause and effect of poverty. Now, do you know what measures the government has taken to fight poverty? Let's find it out in our next topic, which covers anti-poverty measures. The Indian government has implemented several anti-poverty measures to help reduce poverty in the country. Let's take a closer look at each of these measures. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, MGNREGA. This program was introduced in 2005 to provide 100 days of guaranteed employment every year to every rural household in 600 districts across India. 1/3 of these jobs are reserved for women. The scheme provided employment to 220 crore person days of employment to 4.78 crore households. After the revised wage rates in March 2018, the range of wage rate lies in between 281 rupees for the workers in Haryana and 168 rupees for the workers of Bihar and Jharkhand. Next, National Food for Work Program, NFWP. The NFWP was launched in 2004 in 150 most backward districts of the country. It is a centrally sponsored scheme where food grains are provided free of cost to the states. The program is open to all rural poor who are in need of wage employment and desire to do manual unskilled work. Next, Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana, PMRY. PMRY is a scheme that started in 1993. The scheme aimed to create self-employment opportunities for educated and employed youth in rural areas and small business and industries. Under the scheme, they are helped in setting up small businesses and industries. Next, Rural Employment Generation Program, REGP. Launched in 1995, REGP aims to create self-employment opportunities in rural areas and small towns. A target for creating 25 lakh new jobs has been set for the program under the 10th five-year plan. Next, Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarozgar Yojana, SGSY. The SGSY program was launched in 1999. It aimed to bring assisted poor families above the poverty line by organizing them into self-help groups through a mix of bank credit and government subsidy. Next, Pradhan Mantri Gramoday Yojana, PMGY. PMGY was launched in 2000 and aimed to provide additional central assistance to states for basic services such as primary health, primary education, rural shelter, rural drinking water, and rural electrification. Lastly, Antyodaya Anna Yojana (AAY), launched in December 2000. AAY provides 25 to 35 kilograms of food grains to 1 crore of the poorest among the below poverty line families covered under the targeted public distribution system at a highly subsidized rate of 2 rupees for wheat and 3 rupees per for rice. Overall, these anti-poverty measures have helped reduce poverty in India. However, their implementation has been problematic at times due to lack of proper targeting, overlapping of schemes, and non-delivery of benefits to the targeted groups. Finally, let us study the last topic of this chapter that covers the challenges India must address to continue reducing poverty. Poverty has gone down in India, but it's still a big problem, especially in rural areas and certain groups of people. To make things better, India needs to grow its economy, educate more people, and treat women and poor people better. The problem is that the definition of poverty is too narrow. Poverty isn't just about having enough money to survive. It's also about things like having a home, healthcare, and equal treatment for all. Eradicating poverty is difficult because the definition keeps changing as the country develops. These things will take a lot of work and money to fix. In conclusion, the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, rural agricultural labor, and urban casual labor households are the most vulnerable to poverty in India. Poverty affects different social and economic groups differently, and there is also inequality in income distribution within poor families. Poverty in India has many causes, including low economic development, population growth, and income inequality. The Indian government has implemented several anti-poverty measures, including the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, and National Rural Livelihood Mission. Hope this video was helpful in understanding the chapter Poverty as a Challenge. To boost your learning and elevate your academic success, think about utilizing EduRev. Through the EduRev app, you can access chapter summaries, engaging video lessons, and NCERT-centric multiple-choice tests for every chapter, all gathered in one place.